center of the country, about 35 miles of the Mediterranean Sea, and also about 24 miles of the west of River Jordan. Now, the brief history of Jerusalem, they started in the book of Genesis chapter 14, verses 18 to 20. So Jerusalem began publicly with a strange character, the man called Melchizedek, the king of Salem, which brought forth bread and wine, and he was the priest of the Most High God, the man that blessed Abraham when he returned back from the onslaught of the heathen kings. So the first actual name of Jerusalem is also listed in the book of Joshua chapter 10 verse 5, where the 5 kings of the Amorites, Jerusalem, Hebron, Jarmuth, Lachish, Eglon, they gathered themselves together, went up their hosts, and battled against Gibeon. Jerusalem, a city that is very, very important. We're going to take it gradually. Salem means peace. Melchizedek means king of righteousness. So anywhere you see Salem, which means in abbreviation also Shalom, talks about peace. Another place, an issue of Jerusalem was mentioned, was the case of Abraham in the book of Genesis chapter 22 verse number 2, where God asked him to sacrifice only son at Mount Moriah. Take now thy son, thy only son, the one you loved, Isaac. That was the issue, or a place where Jerusalem was mentioned, and Mount Moriah was situated in Jerusalem. Another place was a site where the temple was built by Solomon. In the book of 2 Chronicles 3 verse number 1, Solomon began to build the house of the Lord at Jerusalem in Mount Moriah. You should understand also the headstone is the exact stone Abraham used when he was about to sacrifice his son. So according to the history, when Solomon was about to build the temple, the headstone was the stone that Abraham used at the time he wanted to sacrifice his son Isaac at Mount Moriah. So David's throne equally was built at Moriah. Have you seen the importance of this great city strategically located? So David's throne equally was built on Moriah. Mount Moriah is situated in the city of Jerusalem, in the land of Jerusalem. How important is this particular city? Moses prophesied about it. The book of Exodus chapter 15 verse number 7, Exodus 15:7, Moses says, "Thou shalt bring them in and plant them in the mountain of thy inheritance, in the place, O Lord, which thou hast made for thee to dwell, in the sanctuary, O Lord, which thy hand has established." That was the prophetic utterance of the man called Moses. You know Moses, he was the leader of the people of Israel that brought them out from the land of Egypt to the promised land. So Jerusalem is always tagged for worship and kingship for Israel and everyone. So anywhere you see Jerusalem being mentioned, it's referring to worship and kingship. There are different names of Jerusalem in the Bible. Jerusalem is called the Salem, it's called Mount Moriah, called Jerusalem, Jebus, Zion, city of David, Arion, city of God, city of righteousness, faithful city, and also the perfection of beauty. And also another name for Jerusalem is the joy of the whole earth, also the city of truth. Another name is Hephzibah, another name is the city of the great king, and also the holy city. So the names of Jerusalem were mentioned almost 800 times in the Bible. Have you seen it? Now, we're going to ask the very wonderful question, $1 million question. Who owns Jerusalem? In Psalm 132 from verse number 13 to 14, from there we discover that God owns Jerusalem. For the Lord has chosen Zion. He has decided to be his habitation. This is the place that God desired to live. So God owns Jerusalem. Jerusalem is owned by God. God is the landlord. And so he gives it to him he desires or he wishes. So God is the owner of Jerusalem. No man owns Jerusalem. So Jerusalem is God's own city. In the book of Psalm 137, verse number 5 to 6, the Bible says, "If I forget thee, O Jerusalem, let my right hand forget her corner. If I do not remember thee, let my tongue cleave to the roof of my mouth. If I prefer not Jerusalem above my chief joy." That was what David wrote for us to know how Jerusalem began. So God owns Jerusalem. But first of all, we must understand